Well, hey there. How are we doing tonight? Oh, and you got the step bit for that. Man, oh man. I have been needing to finish this project for a while now, and I need to just get it done. And none of the supplies I needed today, so yeah. Jersey in 31 minutes. Ah, okay. Hey, Aaron, what's up, dude? Glad you make it tonight. You left me out in the dry the other night. Oh, man. So yeah, tonight I am working on the watch winders, and that's because well, I wanted to work on the BLV, but my heating pad just got to the US today. It's not going to get to me for like another couple weeks, so that's still on hold. And the Bear, I need to print new parts for it, but all my filament is really wet, and the new atomic filament that came in was really wet. That came in today, so it's in the dryer. I was pretty upset that that filament was so wet when it got here. But Atomic has a little, what do they have? They have the little humidity, like little piece of paper in there that tells you the different colors. And if this is pink, you need to dry your filament. I'm like, well, it's pink and everything else is colored. So yeah, everything needs dried. So it's pretty dry now. At least that tab says it is. Obviously that little piece of paper dried much quicker than a spool of filament, but I'm gonna let the PETG go for another probably 2 hours. Right before I go to bed, I'm gonna print new parts for the Bear, the X carriage. I did try printing it in carbon fiber PLA, but that was also super wet and printing like absolute garbage. So I put that away. Now for this project, I got 3 sets of switches from AliExpress, and none of them are labeled what they are. So I need to figure out which of these are for this, because I need 5 volts. And I have no idea which ones are which because they don't label any of these switches. So these ones are all, I think it might be these ones here, because these are all just power. Yeah, these are all the same power ones. This one is blue. It's a little different. But there's no markings on these things. But these are momentary switches, which is what I needed because I only had push button switches when I actually wired these up, and that doesn't work with the new code that I am using. I think these are it. Yeah, these might be the 5-volt version. So this is a bag of 5. Let me see if I can find an order where I had ordered 5 of them. I don't remember if I did. So let's go to sign in. Sign in. Hey, Creek. Let's see here. So my orders. I don't know if these are going to come up as button or switch, but we'll try switch first. Switch. Search. So 5 in this bag, 3 in that bag, 5 in this bag. That's less than helpful. Okay, so I ordered 3, and these are 24 volts. Okay, so let me write that on here because it's the only bag that I have 3 of, and that order only has 3. So I think it's a safe assumption to say that is 24 volts. God, I can't write for jack. 2, 4 volt. So these are for the BLV. And then 1, 1, and 1. So those are all 4 volts. Shoot, it doesn't say. View details. I've seen that before, Aaron. I've just never, I never bought it before. Okay, so these are all 5 volt. This is white, red, and blue. I ordered 1 of each. Whoa, shoot, that's not helpful because this one also is only have 3 in it. So maybe these aren't 24 volt. Maybe these are the 5 volt ones. But then which one then? Wait, so power blue. Okay, so maybe these are it then? But then why are there 2 more in this bag? And these ones are... Okay, these might end up being the 5 volt ones and not 24 volt ones. I have no idea. Maybe these are 5 volt then. So power. Yeah, these all say power. I have white, a red, and a blue. Well, we can throw a voltage on them and see what happens. I have no idea. These, I'm such a noob when it comes to these power switches. So these ones can't. Let me put these ones back in here. I don't think it was these ones. See, this is why I'm confused, because I have 2 orders with 3 switches, but these ones match. So I'm wondering if it's another case of I got random stuff from AliExpress, which happens, you know, pretty frequently, to be honest. Okay, so then, shoot, where did I put that other one at? Oh, yeah, okay, this one here. Okay, so I'm pretty bad with these. These are push button. But if I throw a voltage on it, I should be able to see at least. There's no numbers on this at all, dude. Like, there's literally nothing. You just have the marking of the terminals on the back and a B. There's a little B on the side there. That's it. Nothing etched on these at all. It's okay. I can throw a 5 volt charge on it with my bench power supply. And if the LED lights up strongly, that means it's 5 volt. If the LED is super duper dull, then that means it's probably the 12 volt or 24 volt ones that I bought. I bought a bunch by mistake. So power, let's dial you down to 5 volts. Okay, there's 5 volts on the power supply. So if I look here, how we're coming in, yeah, see this one's even more weird. Yeah, because this one's a 12 volt. That's why this one doesn't work that well. So we can do this. Need a better helping hand. Well, they've got all the poles on the back because for the LEDs to light up and whatnot. But we've got the common and the positive there, so it should be common here and here. No, if I do that, negative usually has to be 2 terminals. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that's lighting up blue very strongly. So these are 5 volts. Again, if it's a 12 volt LED in there, then they would be super duper dark. But yeah, the LED is basically what determines what voltage these are. So blue, I think we'll give Dad blue. I think we'll do that for Dad. And this is going to be here for Dad. So all I need to do is figure out how to wire this thing in again. So I'm going to have to find my diagram for that. I thought I had the schematic on my desktop here still. Watch Winder. Okay, so where's the diagram at? None of those. That was May that I did that. Let's drive back to May. Okay, so it's back here. This is, oh, that's the camera slider I was working on. That's not it. Let's see here. Looking for the picture of the slider, the watch winder. Winder, no. That winder, nope. Slider, nope. The winder, nope. Oh, man. I put it in my video. Maybe? Look here real quick. Studio. Videos. 3D printed watch winder. The open winder is what I was using. Yeah, there it is. So where are we at? So that plus that. There we go. So yeah, so here is the diagram for it. This is the one I'm actually using. So this one uses a momentary switch to activate the different modes. So I like that much better. So we need to get the soldering iron warmed up. There we go. All right. This is a super awesome project. I'd love to do this. This was one of the funnest things that I've made in a long time. And it works, which is the other really cool thing. It really does work. Heat shrink out as well. Button up some of these connections here. Piece of red. Yeah, wee piece of red right here. Perfect. Okay. So need to take off this old switch here, which is 12 volt. That's why the LED in that was not very. David, yeah, let me actually. Where am I at here? Video details. Copy that. Stream edit. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. It. Go to manage. I can go to this one. Edit. All right, David, if you look down the video description, I went ahead and put a link down there for the project. So I that link goes to my video, and at the bottom of that has all the where I got the information for the wiring diagram, BOM, where you can get this. This is actually a paid model. So Cults has been sponsoring my channel lately. They actually just sent me files for 3 more projects, which is super cool. I just need to get printing them, and I need to start them soon because some of them are going to take a while to print. And yeah, so Cults is trying to get some more projects done on their webpage. So I just basically emailed them saying, hey, this project looks awesome. Can I get it? They say yes. And then I'm able to give it to a few people for free, which is also really, really cool. Clean out. Barely hot enough to actually do anything. Ouch. There we go. Okay. So the fun part is remembering all of the pins. So because on the back of these switches in very small print, you can see the NC, C, on, and then your 2 side pegs for your positive and negative leads. Yeah, they're really annoying to figure out, to be honest. So I need to just, so LED negative is going to the ground pin. So this is my ground pin. And this is going to LED negative and the common. So switch negative there. Okay, so common is the bottom one there. You get this one here. It is this side. I'm doing this full well knowing I have to desolder this to get it in, which is okay. I just need to make sure that everything works properly before I try to get this in. And then we got, this is D4. Yeah, so D4 is going to the on, which is our center, is on. And then this one came off, whatever you were supposed to be soldered to. So this one is going to D5, and this is LED positive. Back on to Arduino. Touch him with one pin. Stop that. This is going to the positive lead right here. Oh, come on. Dry. Or cool down, I guess, not dry. Okay, so that's the 4 pins on there. Well, it's only 3 pins, right? 1, 2, yeah. Ground, D4, and D5. Okay, so now if I plug this in, we should work, technically. Do I have enough space here? Give it a second to boot up. There it goes, but we don't have any LED power. So it's working, but I have my LED in there. Double tap turns it off. You can hit once, and it'll turn it on, and then double tap should make it stop. Maybe. Long press. Maybe not. I need to flash on a different code. Either way, we don't have LED there, and that's a positive. So I think if I bridge these, so if I do, need something to bridge that gap with real quick. I guess a screwdriver will work. Bridge that. Nope. 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 Wonder if I wired it wrong. Very might have. Yeah, Aaron, you can put it on cults, and then again, you can get paid for stuff on cults. So if you want to charge, like, Well, I mean, you know that because like the enclosure that you remixed that we bought off Cults was 85 cents for the SKR enclosure that we modified to fit Megatron. What if I put this one to the wrong terminal? Let's move it over to this one here. Come on. Work with me here. So now, if I do this, come on. Still no on that. Okay, so that's not right. So the ground is supposed to go to, yeah, that's definitely the positive terminal. This definitely needs to go right here. And NC should have nothing. LED positive. That's NC right there. This is the positive side here. Again, for anybody watching, I'm not an electrician and I'm horrible at electronics. So I figure all this stuff out as I go along. Hey, it glows. Press it once. There we go. Now we're working. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got there. Now he did red Loctite his, the guy that made this, and I still might need to do that for this one. But all in all, this works. So we can unplug it and take out the old switch here. Yeah, no printing today because I didn't get any parts in. So there's no reason to drag on something that I don't have any parts for, and I still don't have a functional firmware for the Bear. But again, I'm thinking that's not the firmware anymore. I'm thinking it is the X carriage sides being too tight because the polycarbonate had shrunk a bit. I'm thinking it's that. So what's the best way to do this? I guess we'll just take it off of the board. So purple is D4. D4. And then orange is D5. And the other ones are ground. now we can. You're gonna take the ring off the switch first. Take the ring off, and then we'll add the O-ring just to make it a little more snug fit. Like this. Come on. Okay. Put it in. And I always gotta remember when you put in a switch, make sure the power symbol faces the right way because I've tightened one of these down before, like hard, and sometimes it can be really hard to get back off. What do you want, kitty? Straight. Oh, I guess I need the hot glue gun too. The best hot glue gun ever is this thing. Battery powered, super hot, burns the crap out of your hand if you hit it. I am still scarred right here. I burnt myself about 3 months ago, and I still have a nasty scar from that thing. But boy, oh boy, does it work well. All right, so and then where was I? This side here. So there's the ground, but orange is going to, what did I say? Orange is going to D5. Let's put a little more solder on here. Purple is D4. So the other two are ground. Why this wire is so short? Probably because it fits in just like that. Way. Good night. Ryobi, not a sponsor yet. Get everything in there. My cables pushed down in here. We'll just use a smidge of glue to just hold some of this down, hold the Arduino in place, because I got to ship this to my dad. I've been meaning to send this. This is technically his Father's Day gift, just like super late, because I'm awesome about remembering things. But yeah, we'll get this to him. Wish it dried faster. I don't have any compressed air to use. So a dab on the two corners of the Arduino just to hold that in place. And the motor stepper is actually screwed in. It's here. Yeah, so this is actually bolted in. There's no attachment for the, ouch, that's hot, for the Arduino. But again, a smidge of hot glue in each corner is enough that I can pull that out eventually if I need to. Yeah, I don't have one, Aaron. That's why I was just saying I don't really have one laying around. But yeah, so that holds, those wires are held into place. And then I can come here with the bottom panel. Now mine, I need to do a little bit more of a rebuild on it because I'm going to go with the USB option. I put a DC jack into mine, but I decided I want to use that power supply for other things rather than my watch winder. So I'm going to just hack a USB cable like I did for my dad's and throw that in there. Goes like that. Let's see here. Let's get this on here. There we go. You can see that there. There. And there it goes. It does this for, I forget what my code is. It's in the video, but I'm doing it with the second code that I end up going with here. But this spins 15, I think, times. Then it waits a few minutes and spins it 15 more times. The other way. And then again, it repeats every so often. So, hey Dan, what's up, dude? Not a whole lot for me. I got the bear mostly printed. I have, well, it's assembled. It's fully assembled, but I'm having issues with firmware. So that's not fun. And then the BLV, I'm still waiting on parts. And Master Crane is done. So turn that off right now. Yeah, but there it goes. I mean, that is just super duper awesome and fun to watch. After it does the rotations this way, it should stop. There it does. Stops right there on time. And it goes again. So again, that's the code that I use here. I think one press tells it to stop. Because right now it stops after it finishes its rotations. Yeah, so now it should, yeah, now it stops. So a long press, pressing it once starts it. A long press tells it finish whatever you're doing and then stop. So there's a lot of math that went into this thing. So yeah, and I'm just using a section from an Amazon, what's it called? The little TV things. That's what this is from. The Fire Stick. So yeah, so that's my dad's. he got the blue LED. So I can put this in here and set that to the side, and we can put that in his box to go home with him. Well, to mail to him, I guess. I got to mail that to him. And now for mine, again, I had put the DC jack in the back. I don't want that anymore, so I have a new ring printed, and we're going to go ahead and swap that out. This is a little dusty. Where my rag go? Because these have been sitting here for a while. So mine is using the old code. His is using the new code. Mine's using the old code that works with the on-off switch, not a momentary switch, which is fine. Again, that really doesn't matter that much. But I do want to switch the code on mine because I like the other one better. And it's from a project called the Open Winder, which is really cool. There we go. Sit that there. So it's a similar setup, but not quite the same. And I soldered that one. This one I didn't. This one I actually put on some DuPonts onto it. So let's go to get this one disassembled. Chris, it is a faux Breitling. So it is a, it's one of my acquirements from when I lived in China. So the insides are the Breitling Swiss movement parts, but the actual outside is not a real Breitling. So, Stefan, what's up, dude? This one I actually had put some heat shrink tubing on and everything, and all of that needs to come off now because this wires totally differently. It's gonna be the way to do this here. Need to undo this bolt here. There we go. Take off the arm, and then those do go all the way through there. Shoot. Trying to see what's the easiest way to get this thing out. Eccentric nut. Yeah, this one was definitely had to do this one a different way here. So we're just going to cut these off, make my life easier. Clean that switch up later. Okay. So now I need to get this thing out. An eccentric nut, I always appreciate a good dad joke, man. Trust me. Oh, tired. Yeah, I was going to comment. You said fired. I'm like, that's a way to break it to the group. Hey, I just got fired and come hang out on your channel, on your stream. I mean, nothing to laugh about, but it would still be an interesting way to start a conversation. Okay, so basically need to take off this top part here. That one I don't have to worry about. This one has to come off. There. Each of these need to come off here. There we go. Oh, that is attached to there. Okay, old ring is out. So now I need to try and salvage back my M3 nuts out of these. I mean, do I need to salvage them? No, but I'm cheap. And there's no reason to waste a bunch of M3 nuts. Okay, flip it over. And this side now. Whoop, stop, go back here. Okay. Okay, that's all of them. So, good deal. That one's trash now. Let me go get my stepper bit real quick because I do know I need to drill those out a little bit because it's a little too tight. Ooh. This one work? Either one should work, I guess. This should work. These are 16 millimeters, but my again the tolerance on the part is a little too tight. I just want to verify we get on switch. I don't know what colors. I also have a red and a one more I can lose when I drop it, Aaron. Everybody knows I drop stuff. Yeah, it's just a little too tight. Smidgen more. Oh, where you hang up at? Right there. The backside's still getting caught up in there. Yeah, I also gonna use my file a little last time. Talk on kids. That scared her back to bed. All right, so this one I can install before I do any of the soldering on. So yeah, while I work on this tonight, as usual, if anybody has any questions on anything, please feel free to ask. Which way is, so this is up. Be like that. That nut down is a little tough. Pretty good to me. All right, let's get these in now. Three nuts need to be inserted in here. Well, 10, I guess. Not a lot, but it's a lot. And this whole thing prints without support, so there is a little bit of sagging in the unsupported holes. Still go all the way through, so I could just drill bit and use my hand real quick to go through it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I was wondering what gym you were talking about earlier. Edge of Tech gym. Come on. Okay. I should be able to get these in fairly easily. Probably not though, because it's me. I thought these went in easily last time. Maybe I just don't remember. Oh. One. Ow. That hurt. Digits out of the way. Oh, that went too far. There we go. Two. Golly, this is gonna take a minute. Man, where's my big pliers at? That was easier. Get right to there. The pliers push it in. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. So much easier. Straight. Push it in. And then we just pull it the rest of the way in. Like that. There's one side done. 5 more to go. Come on. Right. Ooh, that bounced. Hey, Brandon, what's up, man? Okay. All the way. Come on. There we go. One more. I think one more. That's done, that's done, that's done. Oh, 2 more. Almost there. I wish I had smaller hands. Good gravy. Come on. I see why I made the hole so tight, because obviously these are captive and you don't want these to spin once you start tightening in from the top and bottom. But they are tight. Okay, last one in. Well, now that the tedious part is done. Okay, let's get the hot glue gun worn back up. I need to kill a cable, which this one looks long enough, I guess. Yoink. Oh, perfect. Yeah, these are one of those Amazon cables. So they only have two. They only have two cables in them, positive and negative, because all it is supplying power to the Fire Stick. These are like the perfect ones to use. Tinned, ready to go. Okay, so this goes in this way. I need to put the electronics through the middle. Like that. Line up the button with the front. Gotta make sure to do that. And then it's that one. More of these in. Get everything held in place. Very few things left to do on this. Just attach the USB cable for power to the Arduino. Attach the arm back to the front here. Wire the switch. Tightened. Okay, and then one more on this side. Okay, easy day, easy day. Come on, flip you that way, flip you that way. There you guys be able to see what we're doing on in here. Okay. So we got the power going to the two of those. We verify we got wiring diagram here. Yeah. Strip these two. Way better solder on here. Spring tube in. There's one. So I have this as ground is the gray cable here. It's here. Negative. Positive. Fire. Where'd my fire go? There's my fire. Okay. Now we've got power to the system. And then those cables connected That's it. Now I need to actually wire up the switch. Okay. Focused? Yeah, as focused as it's going to get, I guess. Yeah. All right. Ugh. All right, so the next thing is to follow my wiring diagram and wire up the switch. So we're going to need a little bit of wire. A very useful 3D print. Two A's and some threaded rod, and you've got yourself a spool holder for all of your wire. It's very nice and handy. None of these need to be terribly long, but they all do need to be tinned for soldering. There's one. And give me what we got. Purple, a lot of. Okay, it's purple. I'm just cutting these off about, I don't know, 4-ish inches. Again, you really don't need a whole lot of wiring down in here. All your components are very, very close together. Some blue. We'll cut 2 lengths of blue, so we'll make this the ground. Okay. So we've got D4, D5, and ground again. Here. Here. Four. And D5. Make sure those are right, because D5. Yep, that's right. Okay. So we'll just do purple onto D5. Green on the D4. And we have 2 cables for ground. What are the 2 blues? Jesse, what's up, dude? So now we got to do this. So D5 is going to LED positive. So which one is that? I can't tell. Oh, flashlight. It's gonna be that bottom one. So purple is going down to there. Hmm. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then D4 is going to on. So that's our middle pin. Okay. And then ground is going to LED negative and the common. LED negative is right here. That one's easy to find. And the other one, I put the flashlight at. There it is. Common is that bottom one there. Come down here. Might need some system tools to get in there. Maybe my wire's a smidgen longer, maybe. Oh man, maybe a smidge. Okay. So that should be it. Let's give it a quick test to make sure that everything turns on properly. It's wall wart. I wired the LED wrong because LED's not coming on. So I think I might have put it onto the wrong terminal. That's positive. That's negative. Why don't you want to work? Oh, I got a power strip right here by me. Oh, that's because I have the wrong code on this. I gotta flash the code. That's why it's not working properly. Jesse, you so should. They are extremely fun projects. I learned quite a bit by making this one. We got a big fat that and then that. All right, so let's figure out should be the right one here. LED pins, 4 switch pins. Is this the code I used before? LED 5, switch 4. This is not the right code. Oh yeah, LED 5, switch pin 4. This is the one that I changed here. Yep, this is it. This is the one I used before. So we can just do tools. This is going to the nano. Yeah, that should all work there. Or shit's on pump 5. I think that's right. Yeah, that. Upload that. Maybe it's not comp 5 because it's not uploading. Try that again. Okay. Unplug it. That's comp 4, that's why. Tools, comp 4, upload. Error there. Someone's at the door. I will be right back, guys. All right, I am back. All right, let's see why this isn't uploading. That in there. Tools, it's comp 4. Unless it's not like in the, that's a nano, right? Yeah, it's a nano. Upload. Just trying. Wonder if something else is grabbing the USB. Let's close out of that. Try this again. Tools, port 4, nano. Let's try with the old bootloader. Maybe that's what it was before. That's what it was. Yeah, I thought these are clone nanos. So they're from China. They were like, I don't know, $2 a piece. And yeah, so that's why I'd use the old bootloader on there. All right, so now if I unplug this, now we just need to attach the arm again to here. So put the arm here, goes onto the motor, and it gets into there. We just got to give it a little like that. And now I should be able to plug this in. There, and there it goes. Sweet. Long press. And that telling you is that when this finishes its cycle, it will then stop. The guy sadly that was developing this did stop. He was developing the what's called the code for it. He did stop developing it, and the one thing he wanted is the long stop to stop directly instead of going all the way back. I personally like it going back to its initial position. I like that. So okay, we can unplug this now. My hot glue gun is hot, so let's get this secured. That, and then one more here. Should be fun trying to get this in. I have a secret weapon though. Come here. Out of my old electronics kit, you guys ever have these little things? They stick out. I'd use that like this. I can get it started. It's just like that. And then we can get power cable is going to go right here. And we got the Arduino. Let's see if we can't spin you like this. There we go. Like that. God, this glue is so hot. It's just like lava coming out. It's insane. Give it a second to cool down. Andre, what's up, dude? Come on. I hate stringiness of hot glue. Drives me crazy. But yeah, so that's that. And then got my bottom plate here. Final button up. No idea what to print anymore. No, Aaron, it's on or it's off or Mordor. You know, like it's just insanely hot. I'm using Gorilla Glue sticks, which are like super long. I think they're 12 inches. So Brandon needs something to print. Well, you always could start printing parts for that A8 Plus frame. Microswiss all metal and still having issues with PETG? What's how hot are you running PETG, Andre? Watch Winder, number 2. So love this watch. Where are you snagging at? I think that's down all the way. This other thing with the super heavy watches, you got to be careful. This was not down all the way on the motor. Yeah, it keeps raising up right there. Why do you keep doing that? Right there. Yeah, I think if you had like a cheap watch that was like super lightweight, this will probably work literally perfect. There we go. That's better. Okay. But yeah, that arm that comes up on the bottom goes over the motor mount, and that just, you know, spins entirely around, which causes the gyro action. But this Breitling watch is extremely heavy, so bed adhesion. Well, I don't think bed adhesion has anything to do with your hot end. I mean, usually PETG, you're printing that at, you know, I've always said 85 on the bed with some glue stick. You know, don't be Joel. don't put bare PETG. Don't put PETG on bare glass, because that's how you destroy things. Which I find really funny that he did that. Clean off this switch real quick. Ouch. Yeah, glue stick on glass or glue stick on PEI. PT with glue stick and blue tape. No, don't use blue tape with PETG. It'll pull it right off. Yeah, Aaron likes bed weld. Yeah, I was really surprised that Joel did that. I mean, it was a very rookie move of printing PETG on bare glass. But again, as someone said in the Discord, I think he really only prints with PLA. So his experience with it, but I mean, being one of the largest 3D printing channels on YouTube, I kind of thought he would know not to print PETG on bare glass because that could happen. That's fairly well known, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone here doesn't know that, please speak up. But I think it's fairly well known that you don't do that. It's kind of one of like the cardinal rules of printing with PETG. Well, I will say, think about it more. To Joel's credit, I'm glad that he shared his extremely rookie mistake, kind of owned the issue. But actually, I didn't even finish watching that video. Honestly, I kind of was like, okay. Other home improvement tools. Yeah, blue tape. I mean, unless you're 3D printing llama, I don't know anyone that really uses blue tape for anything. Especially nowadays with all of the current like awesome things there are for printing. I mean, you have these crazy awesome flex sheets, and you've had things for a while like Ultra Base, or well, now it's been cloned several times because Ultra Base were the first ones developed. That was Anycubic, and then you have G-Tech that cloned it with their super plate, and then you have Creality who claimed it with their what's Creality calling it? Their plate. I have it here. I haven't used it, but I have one. I bought one off of Amazon, I think it was, or it was AliExpress, something like that. Oh, this one here was 5 volt. See, this one, what the heck? This one actually is labeled. Come on. 5 volts. Focus on my freaking hand. Anyways, yeah, this one actually labeled 5 volts. So I'm going to label the 2 of these ones 5 volts. $5. Now, what all those other ones are, that's a mystery for another day. I am not diving into that today. Where are we at here? I can save this for another day. Oh, I could have reused this one. Oh, this goes with power supplies, which is underneath all those maker boxes. I'll do that later. Yeah, don't use it on bare PEI. 100% don't do that either. Andre, Aaron uses bedweld. I personally use glue stick when I print PETG. It just works. Or if you have a flex, what printer are you printing this on, Andre? Is it like a CR10 or an Ender? If it's one of those, I would pick up a TH3D Easy Flex 2 and get one of their spring steel sheets with the textured. So this is what you want for PETG. See, it's got that texture. PLA doesn't always stick to this very well. This is mainly for PETG. Polycarbonate will tear them up. But I have those sheets specifically for PETG, and then I use just a PEI sheet one for PLA. Smooth sheets. You can use a smooth with PETG. You just have to add some layer adhesion helper to it, like, again, glue stick or something. Oh, it's like a standard i3. So my favorite sheet, even though I did just buy some more Prusa ones, is this one here, which I have a filled print on it. And this sheet has seen a ton of abuse. And I wish the guy would get more in, but he's pretty much closed his doors because of the pandemic. So this is the Subtle Designs sheet. It is a powder-coated PEI flex plate system. This stuff, everything sticks to this really well. So right now, the first layer was going down like total garbage because it's wet PETG. But this is PETG that I am peeling off, and it's only one. This is actually 2 layers here. But I mean, that holds. That's pretty a good hold even on cold. Now you'll see I did have some parts that are missing right there. That is because I printed polycarbonate on this thing, and I don't know if I didn't let it cool down enough, or maybe I just was a little too close on my print. I printed polycarbonate on the Mark III's using this sheet, and yeah, I tore it up. So I want to get more from him. I'd love to get a couple now. Now that I have a few printers that use this, I would love this for everything, but everything sticks to this. PLA, PETG. This is by far the best thing there is. Second best would be Geckotech. And Gecko-Tech, you can print PETG directly on, because they even tell you on their paperwork. Do I have one here on it? On their website, Gecko-Tech tells you. It doesn't say it on here. But yeah, you can print PET directly on Gecko-Tech. It's better, Aaron. Again, everything works on it. It's not laying down PETG in certain places. Like it's under extruding in certain places, or your plate is so warped that you have a few high spots. So as it gets there, it just doesn't, it's just too close. I mean, I have the Micro Swiss all metal. I've not had any problems with it. I did in the beginning because I was using Capricorn. And since then, I've thrown the Capricorn away because it's garbage and just use just regular old stuff. I don't, I have not tried PLA on the textured sheet because I don't use it for that. I use it specifically for PETG, but I do print. So you say you print it at 70. I print PETG at 80 or 85 on the bed. No lower than that. I have another container that's empty. Hot dog. Always love closing out projects and being able to empty a container. I didn't get the container put away. And man, are my shelves dusty. I've not dusted in a hot minute. And the wife's been yelling at me, so I think she's going to help me clean in here soon. Ooh. Toys come with like random El Cheapo screwdrivers, and they end up on my desk all the time. Go there, go there, here, goes here. Weehaws, guys. If you need a good set of tools, get these. Especially if you're going to be building 3D printers. It's one thing I was kind of thinking about is doing a video on just the tools and things that you need if you want to look in building your own printers. And it's not even just building them, it's like also for maintenance, but mainly for building. Like if you want to build a Hypercube, if you want to do a Bear or Megatron or a Mark III clone or anything else, there's kind of like a list of things. I would try with 80 first, Andre. I do 85 on some printers, 80 on other printers. It really depends on the bed surface I'm using. But for the most part, I'll do 80. I would just go to 80 first. Clean the makerspace. Nah, dude, because no one wants to see me without a shirt on. And it is way too hot in here for me not to wear a shirt and clean the office. I'm really hoping that when I move, my office will be air conditioned again because it's getting to be hot here soon. And I am not looking forward to that at all. 500 cube. It'll be at least a year, Andre, until I can make mine. Aaron, your sponsor, send me some tools. All right, man. The only thing I'm missing, according to you, is a good pair of lineman pliers. I guess that's just something I just have not bought. I might need to not. I might not be able to reuse this this connector. Made my own super connector by taking just these turned down barrel jack, putting on a larger piece of heat shrinking it around the actual head of the connector, and then filling it with hot glue, and it makes actually a very, very sturdy cable connector. But yeah, I'm not gonna get this out. Yeah, because I just ruined it right there. But yeah, there ain't no getting that back. That just totally bit the dust there. Oh yeah, the high torque drivers. Yeah. Andre, no. So the Lyman pliers are, if you're going to build any of the bears, it's having a pair of Lyman pliers makes it easier to cut down the M3 bolts. If you're not going to go and buy the specific pins, which I just recently did, Printed Solid has them for $1 a piece. So that is not here yet. I think that may be here in a week or two. The atomic carbon fiber PETG took forever to get here, but it did finally get here today. But you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I do have Octoprint here on Megatron now, which is really good. Excited about that. Yeah, normally if I end up having to cut those down, I did it the other night, which is a pair of regular wire cutters, and that took quite a bit. My hand was really hurting after that. Or again, you can use a Dremel and take 2 seconds and do it. But again, number one, not everyone has a Dremel. Number two, do you really want to get a Dremel out to cut something for like literally 3 seconds and then have to put it all back away? And I'm still waiting for Dremel to open their doors again so that I can send mine in to get repaired. I'm still pretty bitter about that thing failing. And I know, Aaron, you said that you got something new. Let's get out this here. Yeah, so inside, if you guys aren't familiar with atomic filaments, which I am not, it comes with this sheet right here that tells you, and this was pink at the 30% mark, 40 was pink, and 50% was starting to get pink. 60 was not. But when I tried printing this, again, it just was an epic fail. It totally did not work. So maybe after drying it for, it's been in the dryer for 8 or 10 hours or so maybe, I'm hoping for some better extrusion. Because man, that first print with this stuff sucked. And this also was not cheap. This stuff is $50 a spool. And it comes extremely highly recommended by people in the community. So I'm expecting like this stuff to print basically gold. I know my printer can do it, but I need the filament to be able to do it too. It's all good there. Get the boogers off. And let's tell it to print. Where are we at here? This one right here. Print. So Andre, they don't recommend zeros anymore. I personally think you can do it if you're not using Octolapse or any time lapse. If you have no camera and you're just using it to send files to, which currently I am, I might throw a camera on this at some point, but for right now, that's all I'm using it for. I think a Pi Zero would work. I kind of want to try it out. Maybe throw it on my Mark III's clone, Pi Zero, and just do printing with it and just see how it goes. But they used to be able to use it, and now again, a specific owner says don't. I think it's because of the camera. I have watched it, Aaron. So this one I kept pretty bland. I have the other one here, which is labeled as the canvas hub for the Mark III's. This one I've got all kinds of different things installed into it. I haven't tried bed visualizer yet. I do want to try that out, but I just have not done that yet. But also in my Discord, this printer is what outputs to the what I'm printing channel. I have the webhook there enabled so that every 10% this will show to that. Just because people can kind of see what I'm printing on that printer. It is one of my most active. Not lately though, because I need to do some more maintenance on it. I had a pretty bad failure, not a real bad failure, but I had a bad failure on it. And I want to replace the fan trowel with a ABS one that I recently printed. I printed a bunch of fan shrouds for a few of my different printers in ABS. Again, since I had it loaded on the machine, it kind of seemed to make sense, and Aaron kind of bullied me into it, so I said, okay, and I did it. But I printed a bunch for, well, Megatron will get one, because he has a Bear extruder, and the Bear has a polycarbonate one right now, but I have one for that as well. And then the other three printers I'm getting ready to build all are using the Bear extruder, so they will have an ABS fan shroud on them. Oh yeah, it fits when it, yeah. I have I think I saw that one. I'm not sure though. I'll have to go back and look. I might PID tune Megatron again. It's close. I mean, it fluctuates by like 0.3, 0.4 degrees, it looks like. 0.4, 0.3 down. It's pretty close. And the bed fluctuates by 0.2 degrees. I think it's pretty good. I always forget, though, how long it takes to do the 5x5 grid. Now, on Megatron, with this flex sheet, I do print 85. So that's what I have set on there. I also mainly take that just because because it's a Prusa bed, and I'm using Prusa-based sheets for it. I kind of take that from, the Prusa configurations, as all of the PETGs or PETs in Prusa Slicer do the bed at 85. So it's also the reason why I kind of always do it on there. But if I'm printing on any of the other ones, like the Ender 3 with the flex sheet, or the Ender 3 Pro with the flex sheet, those will all be 80 degrees. All right, let's see. Are you going to work better today? Or after being dried for 10 hours or so? Because you were moist when I got you. I'm not hearing any popping right now. It's a good sign. I really wanted to rebuild the bear tonight, but I'll probably just do that offline another day because, or I guess I could wait till Friday. But I kind of want to see if I can get it to work during the week. Then I can swap over on Friday and we can do some actual printing with it if I can get the configuration to finish. So if anybody who's didn't watch any of the bear streams, what's happening is it's the configuration, everything works well, moving the axes, but homing specifically does not work. And I think it's because the polycarbonate parts have shrunk a little bit, just ever so slightly, that it feels smooth to me, but to the machine and its high sensitivity, it actually does not home all the way over. It feels the friction earlier. I think that's what the problem is, but I have to print these new parts to tell, and that's going to take 9 hours. But I have been looking here at Print Solid at LDO Motors and picking up a set of LDOs for it if that ends up not working. The super cheap ones should work, but I'm not too sure if for a bear. It works on the Mark III's clone, but we'll see. So we're hitting the 2 hour mark. That's all I really had today, guys. I really wanted to get these watch winders done, and I figured I would just come hang on and stream for a little while and chat with people while I, did some tedious work that I've been putting off for, literally like 2 months. But also, again, the switches only came in like last week I think they came in, so I've been justly putting it off, but I should have worked on it last week because I need to get this box mailed to my dad soon. My brother bought him a watch. Now he needs a watch winder. So yeah. So I think that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're unfamiliar, so 3D printing and painting, I'm going to be live on his channel Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to tune in for that, I will be tweeting that out today. Probably I'll put a tweet out to remind everybody, another one on Wednesday before we actually go live. Just a little one-on-one with me and him. He's got some questions he's been asking other creators, and he chose me to one of those creators. So I'm going to go on there and share a little bit on his channel. So if you guys want to tune in for that, head over to my Twitter, at Fuginator, and you can be able to see any updates I do. Eccentric Nut, make one. I put the link to the video down below. Go on there, support the creator. It's a couple bucks to buy it. And then it takes a few dollars. I think honestly you make this, it's like $10 for all of the components. Super cheap, man. Highly recommend it. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys. If you want to help out the channel, links down below. That's it. So thanks for being here. Wash your hands. Happy printing. I'll see you guys Wednesday night on the 3D printing and painting, or Friday night here live on my channel. See you guys later.